Hello there, my name is Abel, and this right here is my Lab 3 project for embedded systems. So we're just going to do some quick printing for at least the current time and day, and also my IP address, which is going to be connected to the Wi-Fi network in my home. And this right here is the ESP32. We're also going to do some connections to the actual network itself. So if let me just take this thing out. This is not in use right now. And I can just show you when I connect it back in that it will all work. So right here at the moment, at least for the actual circuitry, we're gonna have a few things. So, well, I guess this part doesn't really matter as much, but I basically have a ground connected to one of the legs for the push button. And then also on the other side of the push button, I connected it to GPIO 32, so it can do I guess the wake up for the EXT0. And then also I have a touch pin. So basically when I touch this little thing, it will turn on the NeoPixel. And that's pretty much it. And that pin right there will be just pin 12. And then for the G and D, again, this thing is just pretty much useless, at least for the power. I just have that there. And then this right here would just be connected to the G and D pin. And that's pretty much it, which would be connected to a rail. So yeah, so if I actually connect this into my computer, so if I give this the actual power supply, bing, bang, boom, it's gonna go right here. And essentially, I'm gonna try to do this as quick as possible. Basically, if I try to run the actual thing, boom, so if I run this code, boom, it's gonna tell me, okay, it is powered on, this is the first boot, yada, 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 here's my IP address. And yeah, that's pretty much it. It's connected to my network, which is called CXNK0, that all these numbers right there. And then essentially during this time, after 15 seconds, it shows the actual date and time. And then in between this 30-second interval, as stated in the actual lab report, if I touch this right here, boom, 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 it's gonna have just the NeoPixel turning on. And you're gonna see right here that right now, it does the other print for the other 15-second, I guess, timer, where it's just going to show me my date and time, and then it's going to sleep. And as you can see right here, the actual the actual red LED on the actual board turns off, unless if 1 minute passes, as the text actually says, or if I press this button. But I'm just going to show you that it is just going to turn on after 1 minute, so this might just take a literal minute. So you can just scroll down and just check when it actually does it. But yeah, that's pretty much it, at least regarding this. But yeah, the code itself was just a bit tough. And also, that right there's the actual date. So right now it's March 22, 2026, and the time is, again, Army time, which would be 22 hours and 41 minutes, which is, yeah, pretty much the same thing. I was just off by a minute because literally it's in sleep mode right now. So it's going to turn on in any moment, and bing, bing, boom, there it is. And then as to show you, it just turns on, woken up by the timer itself, and then it does the exact same thing. It just continues the loop. And then I'm just gonna wait again, and as I can show you, the touch pen will still work. And again, if it repeats itself, and then as always, it just does this, boom. Yeah, it shows the time every 15 seconds. And remember, every time it's awake, it's about 30 seconds in total. And then when it goes back to sleep, so when that red LED is off, boom, I can turn it back on by pressing the button if I'm within that 1 minute range. So boom, boom, and then, yep, it just still turns on. So as you can see right here, it tells you that, hey, it woke up to EXT0, and then gives you all the info dump, and then all this other stuff that the ESP module already does in accordance. So yeah, and this is the date and time over again until forever. So yeah, that's pretty much it, at least for the setup. Again, for the pins, it's just pretty simple. The only thing that really matters was GPIO 32 for the push button, and then the G and D pin, and then also for the touch pin, it would just be GPIO 12. And that's it. Yeah, hope you enjoy it. Whoa.